What's up everybody, I'm Logan from Sleepopolis.com and today I'll be reviewing the recently updated purple mattress. I'll go over what it's made of, run some tests, give my pros and cons, but to start I want to talk about what it feels like. Now the purple mattress has a unique feel that comes from its proprietary material, hyper-elastic polymer. Purple is the only company that uses it. I'll cover that and the other materials used in the construction in the next section of the review, but I did just want to make note of it because a lot of the feel does come from that comfort layer. Now if you're talking about how supportive or the firmness of the purple, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 on the firmness scale, so that's a little bit to the firmer side. It's still pretty close to medium, so you're going to have a nice mix of support and pressure relief in multiple positions. In my opinion, this updated version is just a hair firmer than the older purple that I've tested in the past. Now when I'm lying on my back, what that nice support means is that my hips are raised up out of the mattress, my spine is aligned in a good position. I think the back sleepers are going to be pretty happy with the support level here on the mattress. Now as you're rolling around changing positions, that hyperelastic polymer has a really nice bounce to it. It's got a quick response to pressure, so you're going to feel more on top of the purple than in it. So you're able to change positions, roll around without feeling stuck in the mattress at all. Now when I roll onto my side, this is somewhere that firmness or extra support can sometimes be a problem. I think if you're a really strict side sleeper, you're going to want to look for something with a little bit more space to sink into. I think the combo side sleepers though are going to be happy here with that nice pressure relief as you sink a bit into that hyper-elastic polymer grid. But again, if you are a really strict side sleeper, you're probably going to find something a little bit softer. When I rolled onto my stomach, I was pretty happy with the support that I found in my hips. That's really mostly what I'm looking at for the stomach sleepers out there, is how well a mattress keeps your hips from sinking into the mattress so your spine can be in good alignment. Again, if you are a really strict stomach sleeper, you really want a firm feel, you might want to find something extra firm. This is more in the medium range on the firmness scale, but if you are a combo sleeper, you roll onto your stomach for part of the night, I think the purple is going to have the right support for you. Now to give you a better idea of what's going on with the purple mattress, I've peeled back the cover so you can see the materials used and the layers of it. First up, the cover is a combination of polyester, viscose, and lycra. It's a flexible material that goes really well with the bouncy nature of the purple. I'd also say it's pretty breathable, which is going to help the mattress sleep a bit cooler. Now the really interesting thing about purple mattresses comes in the comfort layer, which is a hyper-elastic polymer grid. Now Purple is the only company that uses it. It is a proprietary material, and so it's a really bouncy material. It sleeps cool, it's temperature neutral, which is really great. You'll also notice that it is set up in this grid structure. Now that structure means that it's going to have a nice ability to kind of contour to your body without giving you a stuck feeling like memory foam would. Basically the grid walls collapse strategically to allow you to sink in for pressure relief while still supporting you where you need it most in like the lower back area. Now something that's new with the updated purple mattress is this foam that's wrapped around the edge of the mattress. That's going to be for added edge support so you can sleep a little bit closer to the side of the bed without worrying about collapsing the side of the hyper-elastic polymer grid. It's a really nice bonus for the couples out there. Now below that comfort layer, we have a high-density polyfoam transition layer. Basically, that's going to start to give you a little bit cradling support. It's a little bit firmer than the hyper-elastic polymer grid, so as you start to sink further into the mattress, it's going to start to support you a little bit more and transition you from the comfort grid into the base of the mattress, which is a really firm, high-density polyfoam. It provides support to the mattress overall, and it's a really common material used in a lot of bed-in-a-box mattresses, kind of as the base to support the overall structure. Now instead of just taking my word on the feel of the purple, I like to run a few tests on all the mattresses that I review. The first one is a pressure map test, and basically I put one down on top of the mattress, lie down in a few positions, and you'll see the results next to me ranging from blue for low pressure to red for high pressure. Now I'm lying on my back, weights evenly distributed. You can see it's blue, low pressure across the board. Nothing really to write home about, but it's good to see the purple perform up to standard there. Now rolling onto my side, if you remember, I did say I felt like the purple was a little bit to the firmer side, and you can see that the pressure does go into the green range. I would say that green is still pretty acceptable for most side sleepers, especially the combo side sleepers that just spend a portion of their night. If you are a really strict side sleeper, this might go into the yellow or even red range here. So again, strict side sleepers, maybe look for something with a little bit of a plusher feel. Combo side sleepers, probably still good here on the purple. And finally on my stomach, again, weight's evenly distributed. It's gonna be blue across the board. And I did feel like it did a pretty good job of supporting my hips, just for the portion of the night that I rolled onto my stomach. If you are a strict stomach sleeper though, you want something really firm, probably find something with a little bit more support. This is more in the kind of medium firm range. Now another test that I like to run is a bounce test, and this is gonna check the mobility of a mattress. If you roll around, change positions, you know that you don't wanna feel stuck in the layers of a mattress. With slower responding materials like memory foam, you can feel a little bit stuck, a little trapped like quicksand. Here on the purple, there is a ton of bounce to this bed, so there's no problem changing positions. You feel more on top of the bed. That's not something you can say for a lot of bed-in-a-box mattresses, so definitely some great mobility for the combo sleepers out there. That's a big plus. Now my last test that kind of goes hand in hand with the bounce test is a motion transfer test, and basically I put a seismometer down on one side of the mattress where you might be sleeping, and on the other side of the bed, if you share your bed where someone's going to be sleeping, I drop a 10-pound steel ball from heights of 4, 8, and 12 inches. Those drops are going to stimulate them kind of rolling around and adjusting their position or getting into and out of bed. And usually with bouncy mattresses, you see really high spikes in motion transfer, a lot of disturbance transferred across the bed on that seismometer readout. Here with the purple, I was pretty impressed because of that grid structure. It does a pretty good job of isolating the motion transfer. That's a big plus for the couples out there. Now, so far in this review, I've been talking about the original purple mattress, which is a bed-in-a-box that uses foam for support. However, they do make a few other models. They're called the Purple Hybrid and Purple Hybrid Premier. These are not bed-in-a-box mattresses. They use the hyper-elastic polymer comfort layer over pocketed coils for really bouncy beds. They have a little bit more of a solid build to them. Now, the breakdown comes with the Purple Hybrid having a 2-inch comfort layer, which means it's going to have a little bit of a firmer feel, which I like for the stomach sleepers out there. While the Purple Hybrid Premier comes in 3 and 4-inch versions for a little bit more pressure relief. Now the price does vary depending on what size and model you get, so it'll range from $1,299 up to $3,499, so they are a bit more expensive than the original purple. Now, if you're checking out this review of the purple mattress, I'm assuming you also want to know a little bit about their biggest competitors. First up is the Casper mattress, which is an all-foam bed-in-a-box. It uses a polyfoam over memory foam construction, so you get some nice pressure relief with some good mobility, so you don't have to worry about feeling stuck in the memory foam. Now, something interesting about the Casper is that it uses a zoned support system, and basically that means it's going to have firmer support at the hips to keep them from sinking too far into the mattress, while having a softer feel at the shoulders so you can sink in for pressure relief. It really helps with the side sleeping spinal alignment. And if you are interested in purchasing the Casper, you can use the code Sleepopolis to save $100 on your purchase. Next up is the Nectar mattress. It's another all-foam bed-in-a-box, and this one uses a lot of memory foam in its construction, so you're gonna sink deep into it for some nice pressure relief. It's the reason I really like it for the side sleepers out there. There's some quick hits on both the Casper and Nectar mattresses, but if you are interested in learning more about either of them, you can check out the full reviews on sleepopolis.com. And before I end the review, I want to give you my pros and cons for the purple mattress. First up, reasons I would recommend it to you include that I really like the bounce of this mattress. A lot of bed-in-a-box mattresses are all foam, so they don't have the same mobility that the purple provides. So if you are someone that changes positions throughout the night, this is going to help you not feel stuck in the bed as you're kind of shifting from one to the next. Now that brings me to my next point, is that I really like it for the combo sleepers out there. Along with its great mobility, it has a nice medium firmness in multiple positions, so you're getting a nice mix of support and pressure relief no matter what position you end up in during the night. And finally, I really like it because it sleeps cool. That hyper-elastic polymer is a temperature-neutral material, so it's not going to trap body heat in the same way that some foams, especially memory foam, can do. Now, reasons I would say it's probably not the best choice for you include if you are a really strict side sleeper. It is just a little bit to the firmer side, so you might want to find something with a little bit more pressure relief. If you like the purple feel and want a little bit more pressure relief, you could go with the Purple Hybrid Premier and that 3 or 4-inch hyper-elastic polymer going to allow you to sink in a little bit more. If not, you might want to look for something with more of a soft pillow top section to it. I'd also say it's probably not the best choice for the heavy folks out there. If you need a little bit more support, you could either check out the Purple Hybrid or Hybrid Premier series, or something more in line with a classic innerspring build. Now, if you are interested in purchasing a Purple mattress, I'm gonna give you some of their company policies. First up, they have a 100-night trial period, so you can have it in your home for just over 3 months, deciding whether you wanna keep it or send it back. Shipping is free. It will arrive compressed in a box, and I do recommend that you let it decompress for a few hours or even overnight before you sleep on it, so you get the full support and feel of the mattress. And finally, they have a 10-year warranty on this mattress, and I would say that's about the average for the bed-in-a-box online market. So that's it for my updated review of the Purple mattress. If there's anything I didn't cover, just leave a comment below. Now, if you're interested to see where the Purple ranks on my favorite mattresses, Google Sleepopolis and Best Mattress to see my full listing there. Also, be sure to follow us on social media so you don't miss any of our sleep news or giveaway announcements, and head to sleepopolis.com for all of your sleep needs.